John Baker is passionate about being ready to win when faced with change.
Think of a time in your life when you felt ready. Think of that time, a sporting event that you participated in, a performance, a sales call to a whale of a prospect, a presentation to a board of directors, a decision about the course and the path of your business, a career change, or something personal, a birth of a child, or proposing to your spouse. A time where you had managed over and controlled over as many variables as possible, but you stood on the threshold of something new and exciting, where the outcome was far from certain, and you felt ready.
John Baker presents 5 principles of ready thinking through keynotes and interactive workshops. It is an innovative leadership and personal development model promoting action and results in any business climate. John's powerful ready thinking principles teach individuals and organizations how to move through change more rapidly, drive higher levels of client and employee loyalty, and grow their business.
You can never define it completely, and that's the leadership space we're going to talk about. That sphere where no matter what you do, no matter how many questions you ask, no matter how much experience you got, no matter how good your training's been, there's a sphere that needs leadership, and that's that sphere where you don't know, you can't anticipate. There's unintended obstacles. There's situations that set you back. There's change when you didn't think change was coming, and boom, you gotta lead. You gotta be in that zone. You gotta be that person that pierces through that leadership space. Management leaves off here. There's no more management here. You wake up, you walk in the door, and they say New Dimensions is now no longer. Whoa! How many of you have been around for a while? That's like Dairy Queen not selling ice cream anymore, right? It's like walking in and going, we're not going to sell soft ice cream anymore. You're kind of on your heels going, who would have saw that coming?
Participants learn how to confront and move through change more rapidly, release from self-defeating limits and sell more business, engage employees and get on task faster, take risks and seize opportunity despite uncertainty, create a resolute and committed team, ignite a contagious motivation and an organizational bias for action.
Even in our private lives, I want to take a time out once in a while, don't you? I've had the blessing to be able to walk my daughter Annie down to the bus stop. And for those fathers in the crowd, you know how rare that is to get time without the iPods or cell phones or text messaging, without the TV, just to hear what's on her mind. A block and a half of heaven. I prayed every morning that the bus would be late. And then one day, my wife Tammy calls me aside and she says, Annie doesn't want to hurt your feelings. She doesn't want you to be mad, but she doesn't want you to walk her down to the bus stop anymore. I said, I'm not mad, and she didn't hurt my feelings, but it makes me sad. I just wanted to freeze that experience in time. And my wife looked at me lovingly and she said, John, she's 22 years old. I mean, management is the discipline of achieving perfection by eliminating imperfection. Managers control processes, put in audits. They establish feedback loops. They check in with their people, see how they're tracking on their goals, take corrective actions. We need managers. I'm a great manager. I have a tattoo to prove it. I'll show it to you later. But life's not like that, is it? Life throws us some curveballs. Just because you can manage time on your calendar doesn't mean you can manage the future. The business model, no matter how well controlled, isn't life. Things unexpectedly happen, setbacks, challenges, opportunities emerge that you never thought possible. Imperfection abounds in life. And that's where leadership is called for, because leadership is the discipline of incorporating imperfection.
John is the author of Ready Thinking, 5 Principles for Action in Times of Uncertainty.
Ready thinking. 5 ways to get yourself and the people you lead in a posture most productive to look forth and take action in uncertainty, to win when faced with change. Because I thought at some point in your leadership, when you're managing and incorporating as much change and imperfection as possible, perhaps the best thing you can do is get your people ready.
Ready Thinking offers universal core principles beyond traditional employee development, concepts that allow you to effectively lead through change, to retain more clients and drive more sales. His well-practiced leadership and development model is best suited for those in fast-changing environments in need of sustained winning solutions.
What would it be worth for you to bring those feelings, those emotions to your leadership, to your organization that's standing before change and uncertainty, and let them stand there on that threshold decisively wanting to act, feeling empowered, not on their heels, not hiding at the end of the bench, not hoping the ball doesn't come to me. No, nervous, you bet. Paralyzed, far from it. They are compelled to move forward and embrace their prospects.
For over 20 years, John Baker has led thousands of individuals at varying levels of their professional career, including sales, client services, and corporate operations. John quickly became Senior Vice President and COO of one of the fastest-growing divisions of American Express, and later Senior VP of Ameriprise Financial. He soon learned how to develop leaders who had the skill to move with the pace of change, leaders who could release themselves from tightly held assumptions and well-worn routines that no longer worked. John has created organizations that could adapt and thrive in the face of change.
Things are going to happen to you and to this organization that, I'm going to be honest, we haven't figured out yet. There's obstacles coming. There's setbacks coming at us. If we get through those faster than our competition, we win. If we move more rapidly through that, we win. We can't avoid it, but we can get ready.
As a follow-up to his Ready Thinking keynotes and seminars, John Baker has developed a unique tracking tool called Persistent Miracles. With this, outcomes and results are measured in real time, ensuring the learning is taken and applied.
My dad was a drunk. Harsh word, I know, but that's the word he used to describe himself. He didn't cotton to words like alcoholism. He said, I'm a drunk. But for the last 16 years of his life, he was sober. And it was a miracle because he got to know me and he got to know his grandson. He wasn't a bad guy if you took away all the gin and whiskey. And once in a while, somebody would come up to my dad and say, how did you stay sober for 16 years? And he said, I never once stayed sober for 16 years. I stayed sober for a half a day. And I gritted my teeth and I got through it, and then I made a decision to stay sober for another half a day. And who would know, 16 years later, I'm still sober. A 1% miracle. That's how change happens. That's how progress gets made. That people with conviction and courage do one thing, and I say the word do, they act differently. They take a chance. They try. And over time, results happen that when they look back, they say, wow, how did that get accomplished? Every single one of you have accomplished something in life that started with an attempt. You tried something. You made a sales call. You showed up for a conference. You went and did a presentation, and you may have failed, but you went back and tried it again. And look where you are now.